Hey guys, it's Brian back at Hostirian, and I want to show this thing here to you first. Check this thing out. All right, it's standing right here, and it does my temperature. Look.
The temperature is normal. Understood.
Pretty cool, right? So that way we get to check everyone's temperature before they come in and make sure that they're not going to get anybody sick. So it's another precaution that we're taking. I think that's pretty cool, right? But anyway, guys, my name's Brian, back at you again today. What we're talking about today in today's episode here, we are talking about the top 5 reasons why you should not build your own website. Let me get out of the sun here so you can see me, okay? All right, so these are not in any particular order. We're just gonna start at the top of the list and just rock right down it, okay? So, reason number 1, okay, is your time. Your time is valuable. Building a website is much harder than what you think it is. So, if you think about all the things the first time you did it, how effective were you really at it? Right? How about like walking? Did you learn walking like right away and you were great at it when you first started walking? Probably not. What about talking? Were you very good at talking when you first started? I don't know if you listen to any babies talk, they're not very good at it at first. It takes some time to get good at it. And that's something you do not want to waste your time having a great website. You need that website rocking and rolling as soon as it's ready to go. Period. All right? So that's why you don't want to waste your time on it, because there's a big learning curve. All right, so reason number 2, which goes into that, it takes a lot of time to build a website. Part of the reason why it takes a lot of time is because you want it to look good. So your appearance is reason number 2. You want your appearance to be beautiful. So you want a professional looking site that represents your brand, easy to navigate so your customers or pre-customers can find you and become a customer, okay? Now, if you're just now new at building websites, you have no clue how to do that. You don't know which tools make the most amount of sense in the right place in the right spot. There's a lot of nuances, right? Just like, take it back to even driving a car. It took me a while to figure out what position do I feel comfortable in when I drive. That changes what? That changes my mirrors. That changes where I put my seat at. That changes, my body position in my vehicle. All that makes a difference. Your website's the exact same way. So you want a good looking site that looks great. So you want to have someone that knows what they're doing to make sure they look great. Just like kind of getting dressed. You can tell when someone doesn't care about how they look when they get dressed. All right. So reason number 3, your performance. You want your website to perform the best, right? Just like everything in your business. You don't want it to be like, meh. You want it to be great. So when you're doing your own website and you don't know the best practices to use, a lot of times your SEO gets hit with that. A lot of times some of these website builders, they don't have the proper analytics that you need to be able to track your conversion rates, to be able to track your traffic, be able to pull you up on SEO rankings, right? All those things are damaged when you build it yourself just because you just don't know. It's not your fault you don't know, but if you do know, make the smart decision. Hire that part out, okay? So reason number 4 is that you want to make sure, is that better? All right, so reason number 4, you want to make sure that you have a great customer experience on your website. So you want to make sure that you're using all the best practices, things like an effective call to action. Maybe you want to have a call to action. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to people and the very first time they built their own website and they're so proud of it, but guess what? They don't even have their business name on there. So how do you have a business website that does not have your business name? These are kind of things that you fall victim to when you're building your own website because you don't do this every day. It's not your forte. Focus your time on your business, because that's how you're going to get paid. That's how you're going to take care of your family. That's how you're going to turn your passion into something that can keep you living, is to get paid for your passion, okay? Now, I also forgot. It also talks about we're talking about your experience. You want to make sure that you have support, okay? If you have an issue with your website, if you built it yourself, who do you go back and run to? You can't run back to anybody because you did it yourself. So now you have no help. So guess what? You still got to go call someone, and now we got to try to clean up. It's so much harder to, I'm going to take it back. It's easier, right, to fix a problem if you don't have a problem in the first place. Think about that, guys. All right, now my top 5, the most important reason I believe right now, the reason why you don't want to build your own website is because it is way too important. Your website is the definitive spot that has all the information about your business. Okay, it's also a spot where a lot of people convert people into customers. So they go to your website because they click that Facebook ad. They're looking on your website. If you make it hard for them to become a customer, you lost them. they're gone. They're gone. So you want to make sure that you're not missing out on opportunity, because the worst part about that is that when it's online, you don't even know they came, because your analytics are messed up because you built it yourself. If you were doing it with a company that knew what they were talking about, knew what they were doing, you can track those kind of things and figure out what's happening here, and they can help you get you back whole. But the last thing you want to do is be able to miss out on that business, miss out on that customer, all just because you didn't know what you were doing. That's not your forte, guys. I want you to focus on your business. For the things that are not about your business but support your business, hire out for that, okay? How you guys doing? All right, so what I have here for you today, guys, is going to be a coupon, okay? You got to click on my link to get it. All you have to do is get on my calendar. I'll give you 25% off of a done-for-you website. You're going to go through our process. We're going to make sure all these things are addressed so you can have a fantastic website that doesn't take you a lot of time, because we're going to spend the time doing it. I'm sweating, you see that? and we're going to make sure it's a website you can feel good about it afterwards. Until then, guys, I'll see you next time.